and welcome back. I'm Holly and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. This is the stocks in action. We'll be looking at a few recent updates from the ASX listed companies along with a quick glance at developments across equity and commodity markets. First up, let's look at the stocks that are under the spotlight today. Silk Logistics, who started trading on the ASX today after the completion of a well-supported IPO. The offer of $70 million features a primary raise of $10 million and a secondary raise of $60 million. This will be facilitating the partial equity sell-down of Silk's long-standing financial partner and investor, Tor Investment Management. The IPO received strong support from investors, taking the market capitalization to $151 million at the time of listing. The company provides three distinct services across two primary divisions. Its Port Logistics division that provides wharf cartage services, and its Contract Logistics division that offers warehousing and distribution services. Silk has a long-standing blue-chip customer base that features many key industries like FMCG, light industrial, food, and specialized retail. The company expects to deliver further growth through a continued increase in the share of wallet by expanding its service and geographic offerings to existing customers and from new customer wins. Now to some spicier news. Trading in green, Copper Explorer Hot Chili gains as much as 3.1% to 0.033 cents. The company says it intends to list Canada on the TSX Venture Exchange by the end of 2021, and that this dual listing is a key step towards the future funding and development of its large-scale Costa Fuego copper-gold project in Chile. The Copper Explorer has already commenced the formal application process by appointing legal advisors and paying fees for dualing listing. TSXV dual listing would position it favorably amongst its Canadian peers. Its peers trade at expressively higher valuation multiples and control leading copper developments in South America. That being said, however, TSXV listing is subject to all necessary approvals, and there can be no guarantee that HCH will be accepted for its listing. Hot Chili has realized continuing drilling success in its flagship Pedirka Project, which is set to deliver a significant resource upgrade. And next in the news, we've got Althea Group, a global leader in manufacturing, sales, and distribution of pharmaceutical cannabis products. Shares of Althea were trading in green after their Canadian subsidiary Peak Processing Solutions has signed a manufacturing agreement with Delsin Therapeutics Corp. Delsin is a wholly owned subsidiary of 48 North Canadian Cannabis, licensed operator and brand marketer. Peak Processing will manufacture 4 products for 48 North's well-known Latitude brand. The 2-year non-exclusive agreement includes minimum order quantities with a combined value of approximately 1.25 million Canadian dollars. 48 North is a Canadian licensed producer well known in the Canadian cannabis market for producing premium products. So it's fair to say Althea is indeed trading in the green. And now it is time for a short break, but stay tuned, I'll be right back with more trading updates for the Australian market.
This is Andy Liu broadcasting from Kalkine Media Studio in Australia, and I'll be hosting the new Kalkine Wellness Show. The half-hour show will cover topics from how wellness as a concept has become even more significant during COVID, to how becoming vegan may improve your health, and much more. We are excited to showcase our live streaming show to our audience of millions overseas and in Australia. Tune in to Kalkine TV and join me.
Welcome back from the break. I'm your host Holly and you're watching the stocks in action. Trading flat, Hexagon Energy Materials, Clean Energy Explorer, reported that it had lodged the mine management plan for its Pedirka Project with the Northern Territory government. The lodged plan gives out details of the exploration and drilling activities to be carried out. It also provides an environmental risk assessment and related management plan for the drilling activities around the site. The company expects government approval for the drilling program in good time to start drilling by September of this year. On top of that, Pedirka Project is fully funded up till the completion of the planned pre-feasibility study. Hexagon Energy Materials is looking forward to sharing any further info about related critical success factors over the coming months. So keep an eye out for that. And next up in the news, we've got exploration company QEM, whose share price has gone up more than a staggering 25%. The company has provided an update on the development of its Julia Creek vanadium and oil shale project in North Queensland, and an assessment of green hydrogen opportunities on site at the project. QEM Managing Director Gavin Lloyden said that the key aspects of the company's clean energy strategy are advancing. The company confirmed that DNV Australia has successfully completed the first stage of a pre-feasibility study into power generation from solar and wind resources, as a part of their broader assessment into the production potential of green hydrogen on site at QEM's Julia Creek project. And before the break, we've got to touch on Coziron Resources, the mineral explorer, whose shares were trading flat after reporting the completion of their share purchase plan offer. The SPP was up to a maximum of $500,000 to eligible shareholders, alongside a share placement of around $7 million to sophisticated investors. The tranche 1 of the share placement was approximately $4 million and got completed on the 15th of June. Tranche 2 of the share placement, worth $3 million, is subject to shareholders' approval at a meeting on the 22nd of July. And now, as promised, another quick break, but don't go anywhere, and I'll be right back with more trending updates for the Australian market.
Crypto talk by Kalkine. The crypto market has been red hot given the Bitcoin rally since the past year. And now the most famous cryptocurrency has got competitors, Dogecoin and Ethereum. If the crypto market excites you, tune in with me, Sage, to know the latest developments about the existing digital currencies and the new ones that are joining the race. I'll help you understand the opportunities and the risks the crypto market has in store for you. For all the digital currency related developments, continue watching Crypto Talk by Kalkine.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host Holly, live from Kalkine Studio, and you're watching the Stocks in Action. Before wrapping up, let's quickly glimpse through developments across equity and commodity markets. First up, with the ASX 200 performance. The index opened on a weak note on Friday after US stocks fell from record highs in overnight trades on concerns over the impact of the coronavirus's Delta variant on the economy. The benchmark index opened 0.15% lower on the last trading day of the week. Before reaching mid-market trading session, the ASX 200 was trading at 1.32% lower. And Zipco is among the market's worst performers, down 5.24%, while Afterpay has dipped 4.44%. 10 of 11 sectors are lower today, along with the S&P ASX 200 index. Energy is the best performing sector, while IT is the sector performing in red. And on that note, let's quickly glance through some global developments and their effect on the global market movements. Well, uncertainties surrounding the pace of the US economic recovery put a dent on US equity markets as they traded lower on Thursday, reverting from a record closing in a broad sell-off driven by. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones was down 0.75%, while the broader S&P 500 index lost 0.86%. The tech-focused Nasdaq Composite fell 0.72% as well. US government bond yields continued to tumble, with 10-year Treasury yields declining to their lowest levels in nearly 5 months, as investors' worry persists that the highest pace of economic recovery may now be over. The yield on 10-year Treasury notes fell 3.5 basis points as well to 1.26%. And in the crypto market, Bitcoin fell to the lowest level since the 28th of June and is currently trading 3.14% down. Other popular cryptos like Ether was down 7.94% and Dogecoin down 6.37% as well. Onto the commodities, gold prices eased on Thursday as Wall Street recouped some losses from the lows and US Treasury yields edged lower. Benchmark iron ore futures on the Dalian course closed the session 2.9% lower. And on Thursday, copper prices slid after the US Fed confirmed its plans to tighten monetary policy sooner than expected. The benchmark 3-year copper on the London Metal Exchange traded 1.3% lower. And lastly, on the global development front, crude oil prices tumbled on the third consecutive day on Thursday amid uncertainty on supply after talks collapsed between major oil-producing nations that could abandon the current output agreement. September delivery crude oil futures traded 0.017% up, whereas August delivery WTI crude futures traded 0.63% up as well. Brent crude has fallen more than 5% since the start of the week after the talks between OPEC and their allies fell apart due to a spat between Saudi Arabia and UAE. However, the fall in prices is partially offset by a large drop in oil inventories in the US. The country recorded a drop of 8 million barrels for the week ending the 2nd of July, as per American Petroleum Institute figures. Additionally, rising concerns of the new variant of coronavirus in various parts of the world have weighed on the oil prices. Alright then, and on that note, that is just about all for now, but stay tuned with Kalkine TV for more live market updates. We'll be back with more news on markets, economies, and diverse themes and sectors. Holly Shields signing off.